Let's talk about emotion. A lot of people think there's no place for emotion in the workplace. Everything that happens in terms of human behaviour comes down to emotion. Emotion is what drives people. It's what makes them want to be successful. It's what makes them want to earn more. It's what makes them want to excel at what they do. And in workplaces in general, when you think about emotion, it's a data source. It's a powerful data source. And so why you would look at a dashboard but not look at one part of that dashboard is not something that we would normally do or apply to other situations. Humans developed the Centre for Emotion in the brain was developed long before rational thought, and it still works faster and deeper than the rational part of the brain. So when you are thinking about emotion, there are two key pieces to look at. What is happening with your emotion when you're in a particular situation, and how this information can be used to balance and manage other people's emotions. Firstly, understanding your own emotion when you're in a certain situation in a work or a personal situation is really critical to being able to predict and manage your behaviour before that spills out. So if you're sitting in a meeting and you are feeling frustrated, the earlier you can figure out, oh, what's that? And figure out what that's about and then align that to your thoughts, the better. So humans work at their absolute best when their emotions and cognitions are aligned, when we can think, what do I think about that? What am I feeling about that? And then output based on aligning that. When it comes to managing other people's behaviour or working with others, missing out on the emotional piece is one of the biggest errors that people make when they're having difficult conversations. A lot of people think, let's just keep it rational, let's not talk about emotions. But when people are experiencing emotions, when they're fearful, when they're nervous, when they're getting difficult feedback, the minute they have a high level of emotion, all of the brain pathways that are normally in the rational thought, the prefrontal cortex, they light up and they go back to the emotion center. So basically, when people are feeling emotional, they're less able to concentrate, to think rationally, to be creative and to come up with solutions. It's kind of like an acupuncture needle. If we can acknowledge that emotion, the minute we've done that, all of the information, all of the pathways in the brain go back to people's ability to be present, be rational, be focused, and start to solve problems. What does that actually look like? It means saying something to someone like, I know this is probably pretty frustrating for you. I know not getting the promotion probably makes you feel like we don't value you. I know that what happened this morning in the meeting was disappointing for you and that this conversation feels disappointing for you. So being able to acknowledge that, the second we do that, basically all of that energy goes back to the prefrontal cortex and people can focus and be rational. So part of a high performance tool is actually being able to get really good at reading your own and others' emotions and acknowledging those rather than pretending they're not there. It just doesn't serve anybody.